some of these things, this violence deserves attention. This violence deserves attention.
Yes.
So my question is very simple. Have you served leg for promotion?
No.
No.
Yeah, fortunately, no. Have they asked for leg? Yes. Throughout the 17 years of my journalism, it's been serve leg, or we drop your story. Serve leg, or you don't get to be promoted. Serve leg, or you get out of the newsroom.
What?
Yeah.
Today we have a multimedia strategist in the house, Madam Dorah Atwongyeire.
Yes, please.
Welcome to Creative Chaos.
Thank you.
Look at that wall. Look at that wall. What makes what resonates?
The chaotic wall.
The trauma wall.
Hey, yo.
It's the trauma wall.
Yeah.
Chaotic.
Have you requested for transport before?
Yeah, I have. It's not urgent.
No game.
It's not urgent, yes.
You'll hear from my lawyer about that a lot.
Have you been blue ticked?
Oh, a lot.
Blue ticks, eh?
Yeah.
Nah, way. I'll hold you.
Takusamu chitiwa.
Tofayo sente zijja.
Tofayo sente zijja.
What's the story? Tofayo sente zijja. As a creative.
Yeah.
What is the story behind that?
What, behind the sente zijja?
From your experience. Wali okola chi?
Nali nkola ebyange journalism and all. So you file your story, and then it runs. You've seen your story on TV. It has been published in all the newspapers.
As a freelancer.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
I can relate.
2 months later, they tell you, hold on. Let's first pay the guys who are actually contracted, and then the freelancers will be
full-time employees.
Yes. And then we'll take care of
guys who are eligible for NSSF.
I wish I could ask for the employer's name.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't give it to you.
Just take us in.
Today, this very day. Thanks for having you. By the way, because I know some of these things, this violence deserves attention. This violence deserves attention.
Yes.
So my question is very simple. Have you served leg for promotion?
No.
No.
Yeah, fortunately, no. Have they asked for leg? Yes. Throughout the 17 years of my journalism, it's been serve leg, or we drop your story. Serve leg, or you don't get to be promoted. Serve leg, or you get out of the newsroom.
What?
Yeah.
Damn. In Uganda?
Yes, yeah.
What whole city? Kampala.
Yes,
and why would you serve leg? Ngoli mukodo.
Because I believe that my brain...
Yeah, morals, ethical.
But also I have a very good head on my shoulders. Yeah, so if I serve leg and then the next day a 25-year-old shows up, I mean, it's tighter, it's wetter. Yeah.
You're not competing.
Yes. Hey, Dorah, sometimes it's just for just sometimes.
No. There's always something
promotion. Let's be honest. Morals might not keep the lights on.
Let me tell you something. The legs you can only serve for a very short term. There is always something better, something tighter, something better.
All the time.
Yeah, and they walk in.
Wow.
Yeah, so you can only give it for a limited time. If you don't have the brain to sustain where you have been put, you will slow down, career-wise.
Okay, so now we've broken into the topic. It's basically navigating the thin line between personal choices and professional growth. Yeah. And the question again is, why is this not talked about frequently? Yet it happens a lot.
Because the creative space was gender-based. It was a male's thing. And then the women tried to come in. And the moment you walk into a space that is male-dominated, the first thing they do is judge you. The way you look. Before you speak, they look at you and they're like, am I going to survive in this space? The sex comes in because, well, as a woman, we have been used to, if I don't serve leg, what am I serving? Yeah? So you serve leg first, then you listen to. You serve leg again, then you get the job. You serve leg again to get the promotion. What women forget is it is not sustainable. There are better legs.
Yeah, but why is it not talked about?
It's a taboo. No one wants to know that the men are doing this. And most recently, the women are doing it. If you have a female boss, they will want to lay you as the kid that just walked into the space. Yeah? But it's not talked about because no one believes that you're going to get laid and get the job. And yet it's done. Not just here or career-wise, but even in government spaces. That you have heard people say, that one is a minister because the president...
Is it government spaces?
Yes.
Imagine you just served leg and then you're rationalized in a Mudaim ministry.
So innocence aside, innocence aside, why do I think it's not a taboo with this new age of science and technology? You could just out the guy on X, on Facebook or whatever, and
you bang them. Because, apparently most of those guys needed to be in spaces where Ibang had connection to. Most of the women, actually some of them did it for the husbands. You bang a guy who knows the minister to get you through.
Wow. You get a contract.
Yeah.
What?
Yes, to get work done.
So is that teamwork or what's that?
I guess that's what marriage is about. So for better, for worse.
My other question is, so then why does it become an issue after a certain period of time?
We're now satisfied with what they did.
We're now, two consenting adults. First of all, it's consensual. Let's
because we are all above 18.
Yes, it's consensual. After 20 years, that's when one bold one comes up and says, yes, they did it to me. Then Dorah also says, me too. All of a sudden, me too. Even when there were NDAs signed.
Because eventually you realize that your legs couldn't hold the job, the career. You needed a brain to actually do the job. You, for 20 years, you slept your way up and you have a position that you cannot sustain. Yeah. So eventually you give in and say, you know what? If I can't have the job, then at least I'm going down with someone. Yeah. So you start mentioning names and it turns out everyone has actually raised the legs. Incidentally, you might be the one with the career because some people raise the legs and actually don't get the job. There's no evidence. What are you going to produce in court?
It's taboo.
It's taboo. We don't talk about it. We deny it all the time. There's no evidence unless, of course, you're Ibang. Yeah. So you will walk in and say, this guy asked for this. And everyone is going to look at you like, what evidence do I have? What evidence do you have? WhatsApp screenshots that I asked for some. Do you have video evidence that something went down? Even if it did, it's not a labor. They are not into child labor.
Yes.
You are a consenting adult. You opened your legs. You didn't get the job. Bounce. So after 20 years, after 20 years, you've been in the same position. Meanwhile, the raising legs did not stop because every time you're scared of losing that small job that you have. So every time he makes the call, you give in because you know what? I need to be the sub-editor. I need to earn that money. Yeah. So after 20 years, you got nothing else to serve.
So why is it a big deal when it is a chick and not a guy? So the guy who dives into the legs to achieve the same intentions, a chick is supposed to, he's also looking up to.
I think it has always been a gender thing. The sex thing is always been gender, but I can tell you.
As in you have a female supervisor, she supplies you, you get that promotion.
But normally, it's a man asking.
It seems normal.
On a normal day, a man asks for leg.
No, understand my context. You are my supervisor.
Yes.
Nakaingira company. ondabye enjocha akalevu keeko kalimu grave kimu
Silver Fox.
Silver Fox 6 packs zezo ndaba naekana nkoze jokka sembeze no ku mmeeza eno department yange eno nokalwanira nokagulira
omaze okukagulira kamaze okukugula. It's a two-way thing. But eventually
but it's not a big deal.
It's not, it is a big deal. We are just not making enough chaos about it. We are not. There's no
enough chaos
to bring it to life. Yeah. But let me tell you something. It is happening. Young guys in the creative space, but younger, they're in the marketing department. They're young. They're fresh. But as Dorah, I need work done. At the end of the day, it's about the job. So I will lay you. But if you cannot give me my graphics in the next 30 minutes, then you are good for nothing.
Hey.
Yeah? Yes.
Minimum KPI.
Yeah, no. I mean, you can deliver in the sheets, but if you can deliver in the boardroom, we have a problem, because at the end of the day, I have a job to do. And for me, that's where the sex cannot work.
Yeah.
Because no matter how many times you raise the legs, if your brain does not support the legs that you have, you are good for nothing.
So let's assume.
Yeah.
Let's assume you're Nambina. Hard worker, KPI 100%, performance review like exceeds expectations. You understand? You're Nambina. Like
naye why atoina?
Nada. For promotion. But I'm good. But for me to get that promotion again, because
awongamugenda we HR ngamuyanjula.
You see, it's
declare intentions.
Declare. I'm not declaring anything, but I'm just saying, if you are good in bed and the boardroom, then your career should be up there in the sky. Because if I can deliver in the sheets and come to office and do my job, and
sometimes
make sure. The only kakwakulizo would be
don't try and sound politically correct.
I'm not. I'm just saying that. Why say you're done? The moment you come to my bedroom, say your body.
To come to this episode today, what I want to know, okay, let's forget the Bukwakulizo. Through the 17 years, through the 17 years of journalism, people have suggested. Yeah. What are some of the creative words they use?
Red carpet. Welcome to the red carpet. Raise me something, I'll raise you something. Yes. If it's wet, you slide. Slide.
That's it.
From the lowest to the highest, it's just it's you sliding through. Yeah, but like
which was the funniest one?
They will
take your time. Take a minute to think.
We listen. We don't judge.
We're not judging. Anyway, let's talk about the emotional impact.
Yes,
this has on individuals, their families,
your conscience.
Your conscience, and are there regrets? So let's start with the emotional impact of. You've done this, and then whew.
Regardless of where you come from, of where you are in life, sex is very emotional. Yeah, sex is. It will get emotional, regardless of a one-night stand or a 1-minute man in the bathroom or something. Sex eventually gets emotional, especially with the person you work with or in your space. Yeah, if you see this person every day and they were inside you, it's different.
Attachment.
There's something there. Yeah, it's emotional. It gets emotional regardless of where you are in life. Sex is emotional. So imagine you have to see this person every day. 8 to
attachment.
8 to 5 is a long time to know that dick wasn't inside.
Yes.
And there's nothing I can do about it. And probably there's another girl that you have heard about in your department. Someone higher than you.
The same, yeah.
Thank you. Someone not on your level. It gets emotional. And then they start throwing jabs. Yeah. And they also listen. They hear things. Yeah. If you're 4 girls with 1 man in the same department, what will come around? Women talk. Balls have ears. When Ibang will be Ibanging somewhere. All I'm saying is screenshots are flying.
Yes.
Yeah, pictures are going around. And then there's you. You just entered a company. You laid your way up there. And it's getting frustrating. You're not getting the gigs anymore. No one is talking to you. You're in meetings and you see someone talking to the other and you cringe because, man,
you begin becoming paranoid.
Yes, and it gets to you. And as a career woman or a young man, it gets to you emotionally and it affects your job. Because if I can't come to office and concentrate, if I can't sit in a boardroom and discuss real matter, what am I doing there? Yeah? So sex in itself is emotional. When you have to see someone 8 to 5, it is chaotic.
So you can imagine the emotional breakdown you have.
You have a man at home whom you look at like...
Yeah, but you also know, like I said, some women banged for their men, for their husbands.
Some of those had sex twice a day.
Do you get
different people?
Ibang aside. Oli mukazi mufumbo. Osanze chigai. Chisabula. Chisabula bascribo. Bascribo yakabi. Then so how do you get conflicted?
Not that you've done this.
9 to 5.
We want to understand the range.
9 to 5. But you have a husband.
Yeah, but you've heard about office husbands, right?
Yeah, that concept.
Yeah. You've had, you walk into the office and then there's a guy who is doing it on the side. I mean, regardless of what you think, really, some of these relationships outside your main make the main survive. Especially emotionally, that you have someone, you have your safe space. And I'm not saying cheat on your woman or cheat on your, I'm just saying that it's okay. Yeah?
Time out. You need a break. Everyone needs a break. Everybody needs a break.
From a retainer.
If it's hard at home, and then someone in office is giving you lunch break. You go back home and you're good. And
you're able to fulfill the obligations the other side 100%.
You should. For
better, and above.
For better, for worse.
You signed the deal.
Yes.
For better, for worse. Damn.
For better, for worse.
But because the creative space, okay, this happens outside creative spaces also.
Yeah.
But we're specifically in the creative space. You've been doing this business or this job for so long. Is there a way to build success on merit? Like, is it simple? Is it hard?
It's hard.
Yeah.
Especially for the female.
Yeah.
It's very hard for you to actually prove yourself. Because like I said, the creative space has always been male dominated. So for a girl to come in that space and actually show off and be like, you know what?
Capable.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you can do this, I can do this better. You have to be present.
I've seen on X where people are like, no, what did you... Some chick is just showing off a nice new ride. I say, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
legs
what
had
is,
to go.
Where we know. So, because the mindset has
So because it's a taboo, as you mentioned earlier on, is there a possibility that this is a self-inflicted stigma?
Yes. Because let me tell you, 90%.
Because that is what society expects.
Yeah.
Let me take advantage of that.
90% of the workspace, 90% of the employees, 90% of the career people have slept with someone at work. 90%. Regardless of which space you're...
I mean, the 10%.
Chokamba. Ngumia kumutima. Chokamba kati Mrs. Jali kati. Mrs. Jali kati.
Because you had a life. Mwembi mkakane.
And the Mrs. is employed.
Hata Mrs.
Jali kati employment kati jali.
Waja mmoja.
Kali wali amazike Come on.
Push. I worked with you.
Yes. Ndakumanyi ngumi yako.
Ate ngugumye esi ngumu.
Wallahi.
It's a hard word.
So from your explanation, I understand that when it comes to success professionally or professional growth, the easier road is to give leg.
No. It's not easy.
Most people take the easier, which is the easier route.
The easier route is to actually know what you're doing.
Part of resistance.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Like I said, no matter how strong your legs are, if your brain cannot carry the legs, you will be in trouble. Because you'll do me at night, and in the morning we have to present something to get the business in. If you cannot deliver on the money part, I will send how. Because no matter how wet you are, there's something about money that makes it squat. Yeah?
Is money better? Is money better than sex?
Of course, all day, every day. Yeah, women are up there. I wanted to use the P word, but money will get you more of the
Money lubricates.
Yeah, but also it will get you more. It will get you tighter. It will get you wetter.
So Ebanga did what he did because he had
there was
money.
If there is no money, not so many broke men can actually get wet. Is he so rated?
Because of successful women.
Let me tell you something. Even a successful woman needs to come. You get it? And if the money
but
is
not with a successful guy.
No.
Not necessarily.
Most successful men don't give the best leg.
She said most successful men don't do what?
Successful men don't give best leg.
Oh.
Yeah, because a broke guy has time for the gym.
Body hustle.
She had time.
Body hustle,
you know, would they put up the 400 videos of Iban and understand
tutorial Zibanga tutorial.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you have time? Do you have time?
Tutorials.
Do you have time to watch 400 videos?
Exactly. But there's a guy
who has time.
Yeah.
Who has time?
What's the time?
Checks out all the angles.
All the
angles.
And all he needs is transport money and lunch for 2 days. Yeah?
Wow.
So a 500,000 to that guy for 2 hours from noon to 2, lunch break.
Abakubye hiti.
Come on, Jose Comedian.
So it goes both ways.
Yeah.
It's not female, it's not male. It's who has the money.
So now let me ask, what are the compromises when you choose to do this? And I'm asking for like a young girl who's watching this and yakatandika. What compromises have to be given up?
Because you walk in with blind faith, you know, blind passion.
Have you seen
reality?
How we sell dreams to employees?
Yes.
Najikiriza. Najiraba. Sente tezijja. Ate sente agenda okulaba ziri mu levels. Kati nagamba, let me compromise on A, B. Give us a bit of compromises that these young people have to just know about, and they're like, agenda gamba achino, that doesn't matter, chino.
Regardless of who or how you look like, learn the job, because at the end of the day, like I said, if the money is there, it will go to the best at the job, not at the bed. Yeah, not at the bedroom level. It must be from the brain. If your sex is a brain thing, I wish women could take it. It's so mental that if you cannot have the brain to think for a brand, your wet tight thing will not get the money in. So learn
as a creative.
Learn the job, deliver on that level. And if, as and when you feel you need to slide, that's when you can say, you know what, I've done my best and I know the job will get me through that door. if I need lubrication to get through.
Contribute to the bottom line.
Only God knows. But for the very beginning, have the brain to get you through the door. Because like I said, they'll always be wetter, they'll always be tighter, they'll be younger.
Yeah.
At my age, I cannot walk in with a 25-year-old and we are at the same level. Mm-hmm. The only thing I will use to beat the 25-year-old is my brain.
Experience.
Been there, done that.
Yeah? There is a myth. There's a myth where within, especially the sales department, finally, most of the KPIs are actually achieved through that. Have you had any confessions for your peers?
Yes, I have. And it's not just the boss at work. It's the client. Yeah? What? Yeah, that's for me to sign that 200 million deal, you have to serve me some leg. Because at the end of the day, you're paid by commission. You bring in the 200,
you get your 20.
You get your 20.
Plus leg.
So, well, plus wire. So if I bring in national water, million bibiri commission area.
Nganaga go baga chimi.
Leta umeme.
Client bulala chi.
Namusana ziwaga tu. SMTN.
SMTN everywhere. Network akweli listed.
Naenga. So it's not just the work thing. It's not internal. It's also external. That for me as a client to give you this deal that I know that you need because you're commission based.
So how does one process that mentally? That day you work out and like how do you stay grounded? How do you stay sane? Like how do you have a family, your kids, as in you go back to your dinner table and
as a man, before she answers, as a man,
yes,
we might not understand it, but women multitask.
Be very good. Be very good.
Josh now whose team are you on?
No.
I've learned these things. I've seen them happen. So I know I struggle as a man to multitask. For example, if my partner is talking to me, I pause the TV. Like, okay.
To listen. So you will come back home, honey, welcome back, blah blah blah, honey, dinner is ready, Junior, get ready for school tomorrow, but let's gather. I
am very glad. So many verses, but I think for me,
promotion,
but also be very good at what you do, that you're almost irreplaceable. Yeah. I'm seated with people I have so much that I know in the creative world. If I need to make a phone call, Josh will be the first I call. Be that person. That even if they're talking about the basic journalism, they will call you. First sort that out. But if your brain is not sorted, be very good at what you do. That even if it's wet and tight, 21-year-old tight, your 35-year brain will help you get where you're supposed to.
All right. So as we close, I want you to just look at your camera.
But is it bad
to get laid and get paid?
Is it bad? Let's flip the coin.
Is it that bad?
Is it that bad?
Is it that bad?
Can it be a target? Nyumba. So in 2 years I will supply in nyumba. Next 3 years KPI in just
the path of least resistance.
Is it bad?
Yes,
as we paint
it is, guys. You cannot sleep with everyone. Do you understand? Do you understand how many sources I have to sleep with? Is it okay to do it
for one guy and then get your house? Oh, that's done. That's now.
It can't be one guy. That's the thing. Hey. It's a conveyor belt.
So the body count thing, if it's not about body counts, it's
what she's saying,
there's a problem.
You can't sleep with one guy to construct a house with that business model.
No. It's
so
not
what she's saying is, wetaga seminti oyo guy wetaga landi
that's one slide. Another slide.
Guys.
Land will be 6 guys.
Those are 6 slides.
Chichingoli. Machindie.
No one is going to lay you one time and give you 100 million. I don't care where your water is coming from.
So it is not sustainable.
It's not.
Hey.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nengumi yako.
Tunula wano mu kamera yo. Ongambira abaana abawala abato abajja mu creative space, right? What they need to do for sustainability. I mean, for them to stay longer.
Learn the job. It's not hard to actually do the job because the job is so easy. Learn the job and deliver fast on the job. Be very good at what you do that you're almost irreplaceable. When you do that, then the leg thing, the giving out of the leg will be minimal. It will be there. People will ask for leg.
You can loosen up a bit.
No, do not. Until you really have to, until it's a matter of life and death, do not open the legs. Because the moment you do, that department guy is going to tell the CFO is going to tell the crew is going to tell the CEO. It's a whole thing. And then it becomes a syndicate. She's easy. Promise this.
Or whoever lands with the information,
they slide it to another. It's a syndicate. So do not open the legs. Deliver on the job.
You set a precedent.
Because people see merit. Regardless of the sex and everything else.
People see merit.
The results will be very visible. If your results are visible, you don't need to raise the legs.
All right, guys. There you had it.
Chris!
Land the job.
Let us bring my man. Let me check on my wife for what.